पापमेवा श्रेयदस्मागतमे तानाततायनः तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुं धार्तराष्ट्रान् सबान्धवान् स्वजन ही कथ हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव.
Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhartarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune, and how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen?
Jai Shri Krishna. According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1. A poison giver. 2. One who sets fire to the house. 3. One who attacks with deadly weapons. 4. One who plunders riches. 5. One who occupies another's land. And 6. One who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man, but Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saint lines. This kind of saint lines, however, is not for a Kshatri. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people were anxious to live in his kingdom, but Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because he kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita, but Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not, therefore, consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent, so why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that, as husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees. With this we saw the meaning of the 36th verse of the first chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 37th verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
यद्पेते न पश्यति लोभोपहतचेतसः कुलक्षक्रद दोष मित्र द्रोहे च पातकम् कथ न ज्ञेयमस्माभिः पापाद्मानिवर्तितुं कुलक्षक्रद दोषं प्रपश्य दृढजनार्दन.
O Janardan, although these men, overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, with knowledge of the sin, engage in these acts?
Jai Shri Krishna. A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he was challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight. With this we saw the meaning of the 37 and 38 verse of the first chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 39 verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्माः सनातनाः धर्मे नष्टे कुलकृत्स्नं धर्मोऽभिभवत्युत.
With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice.
Jai Shri Krishna. In the system of the Varnashrama institution there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family beginning from birth to death. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain. With this we saw the meaning of the 39 verse of the first chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 40 verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
अधर्माभिभवाय कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलसर्तीयः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वाषणेय जायते वरंस्नर.
When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Karsna, the women of the family become corrupt, and from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Varsni, comes unwanted progeny.
Jai Shri Krishna. Good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity and spiritual progress in life. The Varnashrama religions principles were so designed that the good population would prevail in society for the general spiritual progress of state and community. Such population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of its womanhood. As children are very prone to be misled, women are similarly very prone to degradation. Therefore, both children and women require protection by the elder members of the family. By being engaged in various religious practices, women will not be misled into adultery. According to Chanakya Pandita, women are generally not very intelligent and therefore not trustworthy. So, the different family traditions of religious activities should always engage them, and thus their chastity and devotion will give birth to a good population eligible for participating in the Varnashrama system. On the failure of such Varnashrama dharma, naturally the women become free to act and mix with men, and thus adultery is indulged in at the risk of unwanted population. Irresponsible men also provoke adultery in society, and thus unwanted children flood the human race at the risk of war and pestilence. With this we saw the meaning of the 40 verse of the first chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 41 verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.